Hello friends, welcome to my channel, the Risk Management Research. And today I am going to talk on artificial intelligence risk management and in particular risk from Gen AI. I would like to say upfront and put my disclaimer that the views expressed in this video are solely mine. So let's move on. As you know, we have seen that the Gen AI is becoming very popular these days, and we have seen that there are various benefits of it. The Gen AI is becoming the talk of the town, and it is easing the human effort in completing the task. It is enabling by sending a command. It is enabling um, and collating the information and bringing for the customer. So it has become very popular in a very short period of time, and many people have started using it. So in short, it can interpret the human language, allowing them to generate contextually relevant response to the user prompt. This is what the beauty of it are. Uh, However, though it is helping the individuals in various directions in getting not only the text but also in terms of the art and the other things. However, there is a risk also. There is a risk from using the Gen AI. And while we are using the Gen AI for our benefit, we should also be aware of what are the risks from it, and should adhere to that and work towards the mitigation of that. So Gen AI has presented new challenges for risk and the compliance function. So this is a new emerging buzzword that is happening. On a one hand, there is a lot of benefits going on of Gen AI. On the another hand, there is another talk which is going on, that what are the risks from it. And one of the common concerns that is being raised is about the lack of the transparency that it is putting. It is being said that the data that it uses to train the model could have the biasness, because the output which is being coming is coming after training the data. The model is trained. However, the model can be trained on a certain data, and hence the output would be. It has been seen that regulators are concerned about the companies using the Gen AI. So this is the another emerging side of it, that regulators are getting concerned because if there is any repercussions arising after on using the Gen AI, then there is an impact. There could be penalties, there could be legal suits, and that's what we are going to talk um, in in this our show, that what are the risks from the use of Gen AI. So according to the McKinsey document, some countries such as Japan, US, UK and UAE have developed non-binding principles. So they have developed certain rules and regulations, but those rules and regulations are non-binding on any organization. Brazil, China, South Korea have also proposed or they are developing the regulation in this direction. The countries like Australia, India, New Zealand are currently towards without any AI legislation. This according to the McKinsey document 2023. If I'm not wrong, it is somewhere around November and December. According to the New York Times, Italy is the first country to ban ChatGPT due to the privacy concern. So this is on a one side of it, that how does the world is looking at it on Gen AI from the risk point of view. Very recently, on 29 April, NIST, National Institute of Standard Technology, developed risk management framework for on Gen AI. Risk management framework is basically a framework through which to manage the risks emerging from the Gen AI. The purpose, is that purpose of risk management framework is to help the organization identify unique risks posed by the Gen AI and propose action for the Gen AI risk management that best align with the goals and the priorities of the organization. So as can be seen that the other side of the world is working in the direction of addressing the risks. Uh, this framework is very recent in nature. Today is 7th May and we are talking of 29th April. The framework is open for the public comment and the comment can be sent by 2nd June. If it is searched on Google, one can identify, and if anybody interested in sending the comment on risk on the Gen AI, they can do it. In the document it has been written that how to send the comments. They have identified 12 risks and their mitigation. It is something like 79-page bulky document. It is in an early stage, but likely to become a framework once it is finalized. So let's look at what are the risks that NIST is talking about. They are talking about the 12 risks resulting from Gen AI. It says that risk from ease of access to information related to chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weapon or other dangerous biological material. So this is the first concern or the risks raised by NIST in their document, that this could be the risk if Gen AI is used without certain the controls. Risk of production of confidential information or false content. This is the second risk which has been raised. Risk of production of confidential information. So if there are certain information which is confidential in nature or the content which is not true, because all the information on the internet may or may not be true, and once it has been asked by the individual, uh, the machine will not test whether the information is correct or not. It is going to give it, and the individual is going to believe that the information is correct. So that is the second risk raised by the NIST. The third risk is risk of production of violent or threatening information as well as recommendation. The fourth risk is data privacy, unauthorized disclosure of personal and sensitive data. This is one of the reasons why Italy has banned ChatGPT. Data privacy, unauthorized disclosure of personal and sensitive data. Training of models that may damage the ecosystem. This is the fifth risk. The sixth risk is interaction of human and AI system that can result in algorithm aversion, automation bias. This is, that we are talking about. There are certain biases, and if the information in that direction of the biasness, then the information that is going to come out will be in that direction. As said previously, that the content may not be vetted. This is the another risk posed by it will automatically come to the user. Lowered barriers for offensive cyber capabilities, including ease of security attack, hacking, malware, phishing, offensive cyber operation. One, the individuals can get access of such materials. The next four risks raised by NIST is intellectual property, ease of production of alleged copyright, trademark content, because there are certain content which has been produced by the individuals or by the organizations being used for their particular purposes. So in that case, that will also be to, brought for the use of the individual. Obscene, degrading, or abusive content, difficulty in controlling public exposure to toxic or hate speeches, and the last risk which has been raised was non-transparent or untraceable integration of upstream third-party component, including data that have been improperly obtained. So these are the 12 risks raised by the NIST. And while reading the risk coming from the Gen AI and raised in the other I would say organization or by other forums, most of those risks are covered by these 12, by one of the 12 risks. Not only that, they have identified the mitigation plans for each of the risks. They have suggested the mitigation plan. So the question is that one of the most important thing is that we need to understand the pros and cons of utilizing the technology. While on a one hand, it is very easily on a one stroke of a button is giving solutions. Simultaneously, it is also producing the risks not only for the individual but for the organization, those who are using it, or for individual working for the organization and they are using it. That's what the regulators are concerned about. So the points to ponder is, like any risk management framework, this is also a risk management framework that is likely to come into the future, and that's how this is going to be applied. We have yet to see in the future that what shape it takes, and how it is applied, because we have seen that there are various risk management frameworks on the global front to manage the risks, and there are still challenges in the application of those frameworks, because once the framework is there, that does not mean that it will be applied, because there is always a challenge in the application of those frameworks. So that is the other side of the story that will now come out. Another important point is that the how regulation in different countries will come up. That how does the different countries look at to this Gen AI, what it allows and what it does not allow. That is the another thing to watch out, because there could be an implication of using Gen AI. Uh, Whether the application of the framework, yeah, that is the another question, that whether it is voluntary or mandatory basis, this is not known. But considering the other risk management framework, it is generally adopted by the organization that they say that they are going to adopt, say, COSO 2004, or the COSO framework, or ISO 31000 risk management framework. So organization adopt and adhere to that. So we need to see that how does the adoption is going to happen in future. Gen AI is definitely solve many problem, but it create challenges also. In my opinion, that it create challenge for the student community, especially those who are going to uh, get the answers or the information on a fingertips. So my one question that I would like to ask you is that what do you think about whether the use of Gen AI will adversely affect the student community in the future, or alternatively it will not? Just just like having the calculator, like the calculator came and people started not doing the multiplication on their own, but still the world is running on. So you can very you can comment on that, that what do you think, that how does the future look like, especially in terms of students, because in 20 years, 20 odd years, the new generation comes up, and that's where the risk could come. um, Please share your thought, what you think about it, that what are the risks from the Gen AI. You can subscribe my channel and share your comment. If you have liked, you can press the like button. Many thanks for watching it, and goodbye. I will bring the next video on how does Gen AI is going to use in helping the risk management, because it is not only producing the challenges, but also helping in the risk management. That is the other side of it. I will bring that in my next video. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.